Happy Bloom Day! Yes, it's Tuesday! That means that I've been to market. Welcome to my channel. My name is Gina. This is Kiki Floral and the Blooming Florist. Just wanted a quick explanation about the Blooming Florist and my idea behind it. I am generally a weddings and solely events florist, which is fantastic, but it does only allow me to play with flowers during the weekends. So I've decided to offer flower subscriptions to the local area. And flower subscription means that basically it's like a magazine subscription, only flowers. So instead of having a magazine delivered each month or each fortnight, whichever sort of cycle you're wanting to go on, you get a gorgeous bunch of market fresh blooms. So the subscriptions are something like every 3 months, 6 months or 12 months, and on the days that are Bloom Day Tuesday, anyone can just say, yes, I'd like a bouquet, and you can just message me and I'll add you on into the run, and you'll have a gorgeous bouquet delivered to either yourself for your beautiful mantelpiece or coffee table at home, or to gift to somebody else. So definitely give me a call or send me a message. The website is thebloomingflorist.com.au for subscriptions, and today we're on a monthly cycle subscription Tuesday Bloom Day. Yay! So market just really was lush this morning, it really was, and I found this gorgeous croquia. Now croquia is a type of a stick, and it just made me think of winter, and it's just so textural, and it's got these gorgeous little leaves that are sort of on it as well. And I saw this and I thought, right, I want to base everything that I'm doing for the week's flowers on this beautiful stuff. I also stumbled across my favourite foliage for the moment, and that's myrtle. Myrtle's got this lovely looking sort of burgundy aubergine red look to it, and it's quite waxy, and I just think it looks stunning with the next to the croquia. So that's textural heaven. Not only have I got this textural heaven stuff, I've got the lovely Andromeda, and the Andromeda on the back side's picking up the beautiful red from the myrtle, and on the flip side it's got the lovely green, which is a nice contrast in itself. So we're going to make all our bouquets with this gorgeous stuff. Another reason why I did Blooming Florist with a subscription base is I really wanted to keep waste to a minimum. Not only is it good for the environment, so it's using and working with the sustainable practices. It's something that the florists have a difficult time doing, because it does take a lot for this beautiful rose to just get into your vase. But if I, from my practices, can work in a way that is sustainable. So the idea is to not have a shop full of stock that essentially could go to waste. There is always a massive loss that occurs in having a shop. So being able to purchase for my clients, knowing exactly what I'm needing to purchase, and also a little bit more for the extras that always come along, sort of works for not only the environment in reducing waste, and also for, yeah, my hip pocket. Another thing too is that I don't use plastics in my wrapping. I refuse to. I use hessian, and the hessian is reusable, and a lot of my clients leave their hessian out on the doorstep. So when we deliver, we can collect the hessian and take that back and reuse it. And it's just a beautiful way of keeping that sort of beauty coming to everybody on a regular basis in flowers, and keeping costs down, and of course the impact on the environment to a minimal as best as we can. The idea of that too is using local produce and flowers that are in season. So that's always a good place to go, and they always look better when they're in season as well. Anyway, that's enough about the Blooming Florist. Let's get to flower of the week. What have we got here? We have the gorgeous Makora Orchid. Yeah, so Makora Orchid, these also could be Vanda stems. They also get called Vanda stems. Some of the Makoras. and they're in the orchid family. There are something like 20,000 species and over 100,000 varieties of orchids. So there's the moth orchid, which is this Phalaenopsis. A lot of people have them as a plant, and you see them in supermarkets everywhere. They're so popular, they're everywhere now. They're very beautiful, and they are a sign of luxury, these babies, luxury. They last forever, and they just look amazing. They've got very waxy looking petals, and especially in sort of the winter time, these work really well inside the home because everyone's got their heaters blaring, and flowers don't really like heat that much unless they're tropical. So I've put some of these babies in the Bloom Day bouquets for this week. The colours here have a specific meaning. The gorgeous red, so if you were lucky to get a red Makora Orchid, a symbol of passion, love and strength. If you were lucky to get a lovely orange rusted looking Makora Orchid, as you can see, you would probably find that you might have a little bit of boldness come into your life. So you got some boldness and I think courage as well, so that's the orange meaning. Every flower colour has a meaning reflective to the particular flower. So I just want to talk about these two. We'll be here all day. So love, luxury, beauty, all those types of things, that's what the flower meaning for orchids are. Now these guys actually originated from Southeast Asia, and that's where we import them from. They're also native to Australia, so they're not exactly like this, but there are certain types that are native and grow in the Daintree forest and what have you. But these types are imported. Now the whole, I suppose, I think it was the Chinese that cultivated these first, 3,000 years before they were discovered and brought to Europe. So I think in Europe they're about the 1600s. And even back in ancient Greece they had them too. In ancient Greece they basically would eat these to try, because it symbolized vitality. So they, depending on the size, you can, I don't know if you can see that, but there's these two little nodules, and if there were two nodules apparently represented the male testicles, and so if you ate these as a man, then you would be more inclined to produce boys, because there's something wrong with having girls. So these beautiful things I used to consume to try and that's old mythology anyway, they don't really look like men appendage to me. They look more like a beautiful female orchids, don't you think? Anyway, the meaning for this has changed, so from vitality to luxury, love and passion and beauty. So I quite like that. Now let's get going and making a beautiful Bloom Day bouquet for this week. I'm not sure if you have the time, but if you do, please stay on. The bouquets this week, let's start with the foliage. I always like to start with foliage because it sort of creates my base. And we're going to start with this lovely myrtle. So we've got a bit of myrtle there. And I've also got some lovely croquiole, but we might just leave that one till last. So we'll put that towards the end. And I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible, and painless as possible too. Ah, there we go, there goes my blue gum. What can you do? Oh well. Now, so we've got blue gum here is also local. I have a lovely family that give me their blue gum, and I just absolutely love it. It's so local. It's in Aspendale. They quite like that I get to prune their trees. So it doesn't get any more sort of local produce in that. So I'm just stripping the leaves so that the flowers don't have any leaves going into the water, because that's the stuff that really turns that water yuck and helps the flowers not last as long. Now I've created a little bit of a shape there. So now we're going to fill the shape. So I'm thinking I'm going to fill the shape with some lovely white chrysanthemum. So that's going to really sit nicely with our lovely blue gum, and it's actually flowering. So they've got little berries and then they've got flowering bits too. Isn't that lovely? I love natives. Natives are my favourite flower because they are just so long lasting and they just are really somewhat alien sometimes. Got a gorgeous little stem of autumn Andromeda. So we'll probably just pop that in that little spot there, so you can see that's becoming a bit of something. Next I'd want to add our lovely red burgundy, sort of aubergine, I would say, aubergine looking chrysanthemum, and that really just sort of picks up all the colours from the myrtle quite nicely. I want a little bit more myrtle in this particular bouquet, just a little bit lower, so I'll just grab a couple of stems of myrtle from this little cluster here, and that sort of brings what's up here a little bit down as well. Old style floristry, everything had to be uniformed. Red rose, yellow flower, red rose, yellow flower, and a lot of florists still do that, and it does look nice. It's all like every flower sticking up like soldiers and all that, but and it's very easy to do. You can do that with your eyes shut, basically. This form of bouquet is a little bit more tricky. So firstly, you need skills. Just say that. Everyone is different in what they do, so I do apologise. I do not want to put anybody off, but yeah, so it's a little bit different to just shoving in foam. This style of floristry, it's very Renaissance, it's old school, it's going with the flow of the branch. So this particular myrtle had a curve to it. This one has straights, like, so you have to basically work with your produce or product on the fly, so to speak, and it's a little bit tricky. We want to use this dendrobium somewhere now, so I've added in that beautiful peach, and I'm wanting to probably keep this red Makora down here with the red, so I want to create this sort of ombre effect. I might even move that Andromeda because it has that red. Oh no, I might leave it there. But yeah, so we've got our spray. I've got these gorgeous local roses that I'm going to pop in here. So it's a peach colour again, just picks up the, it actually bridges the colours together. So the reason why this looks so harmonious and beautiful, it's got that gorgeous red pop. The red pop then goes into, if you look, you can actually see that in the red there's a little bit of that peach. It's crazy, isn't it? And that peach picks up the peach that's in there. So the peach from the spray rose picks it up from the orchid, and then the orchid's got red in itself. So the orchid then ties in with the myrtle, and the myrtle then also ties in with the aubergine chrysanthemum. So the white is just for contrast and a point of difference, and the white marries with the gorgeous greys of the blue gum, and of course the little blue gum blossoms, and then we have the medium sort of peachy looking whitish rose that ties everything in together. So it's a dance, and it's a beautiful dance. Not only have we got some gorgeous bits like this, I've also got some more natives I'm going to pop into this particular arrangement, and that is the tetragonina. And I'll just move this gorgeous thing over here. The tetragonina is also considered a native. Something's been nibbling on it. Something always nibbles on tetragonina. Whenever you get it, you have to always chop off usually a quarter of the leaves. Here we go. So I've got nice caterpillars. They love it. They love this stuff. Tetragonina nuts last a very long time. So they love this sort of winter months as well. Winter style bouquets. They just last and last and last, and that's what we want when we're making our bouquets. We want them to last for a good while for our clients. So not only have we got our lovely orchid at the back there, I'm thinking that's a little bit too much tetrabroma for my liking, so I'm going to just make it one. There we are. And just pop him in there with our lovely, yeah, that's much better. And let our dendrobium come back now. And sort of sit around the side there. To offset all that, I've got my favourite rose for the moment, and that's this gorgeous maroon rose. So that sort of, again, just marries everything together. So you've got, I'll bring him a little bit lower, good. Okay, so that's looking lovely. Now we need to add a little bit more foliage. I might even put this gorgeous pink Lysianthus. See, Lysianthus again will pick up the reddish tinges in all of the flowers that we have here. There we go. I might pop him in after I've popped a little bit of more Andromeda, or even better, some little native charm. Put native in there, and then we'll get our Lysianthus, and we'll pop him in there. Putting the native, look, there, just help create that space that we needed for the lovely Lizzie delicate bloom to sit in. Now, see how we can pop in our Crocolea. I'd like to probably place it out the back there. Lovely. Look at that, it's looking stunning. Good. Now we need to just fill a little bit on this side here. Use our beautiful glue gun to just finish it off, keeping sure that we keep our tidy stems and all our leaves off. So one of these gorgeous bouquets will get wrapped in lovely hessian and also with a water source, so that, you know, it can sit there until you get home, usually in a nice shaded spot of the house, front of the house. And you can pop that straight in a vase as is, or if you would like to undo the knot, you can, and it will be something that you can arrange yourself. So you can have a little bit of fun with that. So we're going to cut these stems now and just tidy everything up. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. It's looking beauty. Now we need a little bit more gum just on this side here, just to finish you off. Lovely. So you can see the Andromeda up there is really marrying with the Leucadendron, and it's a really nice ombre effect occurring there with the peach, pinks, reds, maroons, aubergines, and sort of dark scraggly looking Crocolea. I might just take this piece off here. I want a bit of a flat back because the bouquets that we make have a flat back. If you wanted to have it all rounded, you can just say so. And I'll use that for something else now. What else do we need? I think that's getting there. Lovely. There we go. Bloom Day bouquet for this week's Bloom Day Tuesday. Head over to Kiki Floral for weddings. If you're looking for the subscriptions, go to the Blooming Florist. I hope you have an awesome day. Next week is the Bloom Day for the fortnightly cycle. So get on board if you'd like a bouquet. I have no idea what we're going to find at market next week. It'll be a different colour palette, but you know what? Whatever it is, it will be beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have an amazing day. Happy Bloom Day to you. Enjoy.